Am I live? Hello. Sorry, had a little technical hiccup there for a second. Hello, Kalante. Kalante movies. That you from yesterday? Anyway, hello and welcome to our noontime stream here Tuesday. It's noon in Dublin. I imagine it's 1 o'clock where you are, Kalante. And we may have others from other places in the globe. We might even have some very early rising Americans. Um, if you are, say hi in the chat. Tell us what you're working on for today. What I am working on is my continuing quest to get this thesis that I am writing finished. I am working on the tasks that I put in my bullet journal yesterday. So okay, so I have one chapter left to read on the thing that I was going through yesterday, and then hopefully I'm gonna do some writing on the introduction of this thing. I have lots of edits to make in there. Kalante, looks like you are studying again. Oh, more homework, huh? What subjects are you doing? Yeah, I know. It sounds like you've been given lots of exercises to do, and it seems to be taking up a lot of your time. But hopefully, we can make it a little bit more bearable if we all kind of work together, keep chatting, have a bit of fun. Um, oh, hello! We got someone from Quebec. It's 7 in the morning. Okay, so Claude here is writing a paranormal novel. Oh, that's much more interesting than what Galante and I are doing. 50% done so far. Well done. What's it about? You gotta tell us a little bit about the plot, or is that all spoilers? Oh, Calante is doing British history, 19th century. Tomorrow, Russian history in the 1990s. Actually, that's not too bad. That's some interesting periods of history going on there. Uh kind of disintegrating empires towards the end there. You got the I mean, the British went into the 19th century sort of very strongly an empire, but towards the end, it was there were starting to be a bit more kickoffs going on. Uh, Russian history, 1990s, it's like post Soviet Union stuff. That's interesting. And then Italian history, 19th century. Oh, that's interesting too. I don't know much about Italy in the 19th century, except that it maybe wasn't as unified as we think about it today. And Friday, a Fable project. Ooh, that's interesting. Like, are we talking Aesop's Fables or Fable, the cult classic RPG computer game, or something else? Cloud says many threads. It'll be a series, but there's an agency investigating phenomena and helping clients. Oh, cool. So, like, kind of paranormal detective agency. Oh, it's like a kind of what it was all kind of noir pulp kind of vibes. It sounds so cool. I would be up for reading that. And so you're 50%. You must be still in the full flow of the writing phase of that. Hopefully, will help you along today. You can tell us where you are with your word count as you go. And Kalante says she's doing a fable by Krylov, I think. I'm not familiar with the name, but the Crow and the Fox. That's interesting. I don't know that one. That's cool. So yeah, two kind of animals. Certainly in my culture, would be known for being kind of trickster figures. We tend to think of the fox as Glick. That's an Irish word that sort of means kind of sly and cunning and clever, and it tends to be something that we would quite respect in a figure of myth. And crows, of course, well known everywhere for being very smart. They're very intelligent creatures. Fox is jealous of the cheese the crow has, and the fox makes the crow drop a piece of the cheese. Ah, yeah, yeah. So it's yeah, animals tricking each other. I like it. I like it. This could be an interesting fable. Cool. Well, I'm gonna take a little leaf out of Kibby's book, and I'm gonna run an early sprint of 10 minutes for us to all sort of get settled in. I'll see if I can fix my lighting a little bit because I know I'm a bit bleached out right now. Uh, Figure out how to make that work, and we can all kind of get settled, drink, files up and ready to write, and then after that we'll have a little chat and then go into our first 25-minute sprint. All right, so we're gonna pull up the 10-minute timer. Open. And go. See you in 10 minutes. Salut tout le monde. Je parle français comme un vache espagnol, but if I've got French and Quebecois in the chat, I will give it a go. Badly. Anyway, I have discovered that I can't change my camera's brightness while I am streaming. This is unfortunate. I will know for Thursday. But I had to adjust my lighting using the old fashioned technique of closing some windows. I see that Claude is going to leave us at past, unfortunately, because he's got to work. But you are very, very welcome. Oh, yeah. I've just seen Galante saying, I listened to a documentary about the Great Famine in Ireland because I got a study about it. Is that the one that's narrated by Liam Neeson? Because I've seen that one and it's really good. If you can't, if you haven't seen that one, I don't know. I mean, you seem very fluent in English. Uh, and I don't know, it may have subtitles, but it's a really good one, and it kind of brings a lot of documentary, this sort of first primary evidence from the time where they read out the speeches from Parliament and newspaper articles and sort of personal accounts, and it really does a good job at kind of bringing the period to life, even as somebody who studied it in school and kind of grew up hearing about it. I grew up in Connacht, so you know, I would have been around a lot of would have been around places where there were follies built by famine work projects and abandoned cottages and all of those sort of things. That was kind of in the landscape of my childhood. Galante says, can you link it, please? Oh yeah, the one, and simple history, 5 minutes long. Yeah, this one's a lot longer, maybe excessive unless you're doing a project, but during the next sprint, I will see if I can track it down for you and drop you a link in the chat, because I think if you are interested, totally worth a watch. It's kind of it's a sort of a mini series of 2 episodes. I saw it when it came on our local sort of terrestrial TV, so I don't know where it is, but I will find it. I have a particular set of skills. Knowing that Claude is trying to get some writing done, and only has half an hour, in deference to him, I think we should pile straight into another sprint. I know that you'll be gone by the time the sprint is gone, but thank you so much for dropping in, Cloud, and you are very welcome for the start of any stream and later if you can get away with it. I Yeah, I very much enjoy chatting with you two. I think it's great, and these things are always more fun when we've got more people in the chat. So I don't just ramble on by myself about anything that comes into my head, because I am entertaining. I will give myself that, but I'm not that entertaining. Anyway, I'm going to grab the screen. I'm going to grab a timer. Going to run for 25 minutes. All right. Best of luck. Enjoy your writing. And I hope work is tolerable. See you later. hello. Bon retour parmi nous. Voltroiv Arash Galer. How is? Welcome back, everybody. Oh, you are very welcome, Kalante. How did you do this sprint? Did you get any studying done? Or did I distract you? I have a little bit to finish when it comes to studying about the Great Famine, and then I am moving on to the Great Exhibition. Wow, you've got an interesting sort of interesting curriculum there. Lots of cool events that you get. Well, one deeply uncool quasi-genocidal event, but all very fascinating. I'm just gonna get rid of. Actually, I'll pop this on so that I don't rabbit forever, which is also a thing which might happen. I could put up another banner. I like this one. Gonna stretch. Gonna hydrate. I finished making notes on the chapter that I was making notes on, so that is the end of that little book I was reading. I kind of feel like I should tell people because other people are telling me what they're doing, but I'm like, well, I'll try it out and see how it goes. So it's talking about a kind of psychological theory or kind of a method of investigation that is called relational frame theory. And it's kind of investigating how we form concepts and learn how to interact with the world. So a lot of it is about language. And as we're kids, our parents will sort of point to things and say what they are in whatever language they happen to be teaching us, and we learn those things. And if we say that we want more, we want milk, then we get it. And we generally get patted on the head and made a fuss of if we can say things. Fun fact: I talked really early, and my brother was going into hospital. No, my mum was going to hospital to have my brother, so they gave me one of those kids books about hospitals, and I learned how to say the words sphygmomanometer when I was about 3, and it's a thing for taking your blood pressure. They don't really use them anymore because they have more automatic ones now, but it used to be a yoke that you had to pump. Anyway, yeah, but they used to give me biscuits in the chemist because I could say that, and I could say dispensary, and they thought that was the most hilarious thing ever because I was tiny. But yeah, reinforcement, not always that straightforward and obvious, but sometimes it is. Anyway, they're talking about how we learn concepts like opposite of and same as and things like that, and how telling stories that then make sense is rewarded, and basically that if you could analyze this in enough detail, you'd understand somebody's entire worldview and how it got there, except that there are too many bits for anybody to ever have a look at. Yeah, it is way background for the thing that I am studying, which is a thing called experiential avoidance, which is kind of emerged from the same theory. They reckon that basically a lot of psychological problems are because we can't stand feeling a certain way or experiencing a certain thing. As say if you've got a phobia of something like spiders, you can't stand that that the feeling you get when you see one, your heart goes faster and you get really tense, and you start worrying about bites and its creepy little legs and all of those things. And because of that, you avoid like rooms with cobwebs and looking at pictures of them and things that aren't literally a spider, and that constricts your life, and that causes more problems than the spider ever would. That's kind of their theory. And that sort of comes from the relational frame theory I was talking about, because they kind of figure that some of it is that some of where that comes from is that we as humans tend to associate feelings with like value judgments, that we think that being scared is bad. I'm not entirely convinced. And they think that it's also because because we can remember things and tell ourselves stories, that we can then upset ourselves with the stories that we tell, that we can be as afraid of the thought of something as we are of the thing itself. I think that's probably a bit more true. I don't know that it's as bound to words as these particular theorists think that it is, but it's kind of interesting to know the background of what they're saying. But God, it'd take a long time because I had to learn what all of their little acronyms meant. They had so many acronyms, and they were for people who are so interested in language and the formation of concepts, they do make it really difficult to understand their basic concepts. But that's my little rant about contextual behavioral science. It's very niche. I think when I was talking to Kibby about it yesterday, I was describing it as nerd fights, and it is a little bit kind of nerd fighty. But hey, chat, please save me. Talk about something that isn't my thesis. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me about your homework. Tell me about your novel. Tell me anything. If anybody is doing anything that isn't writing today, which many people use these streams for, I've seen people do housework and doing drawing and doing all sorts of other things. There's a friend of mine who was saying he might use this for harp practice. Galante says, I'm honestly playing some Sims 4 during the breaks because I want to try and replay a storyline I thought of. Oh, that's really cool. I like The Sims, though I haven't played it in years. I'll try and write something today. I want to finish chapter 4 of a story of mine. Ooh, chapter 4. What's the story like, Galante? I don't think I've ever got to chapter 4 of any story I've ever written. I tend to get way off track before then. Oh, I suppose I've written things that long. I mean, for the thesis, I have written 75,000 words and deleted 50,000 of them. Yeah, it's that kind of work. But yeah. Ooh, story involves adoption, and it's about a young girl who gets adopted and grows up. Oh, that's a really interesting story. Yeah, I think adoption always it raises interesting possibilities for the exploration of identity and family. Well, how do we decide who we are? The other story is based on the movie Augusta Gone, but it involves other themes as well. I've never seen that movie. That's interesting. I would, I I do like a bit of fan fiction every now and again. I think that's very cool. Yeah, maybe if you have time during the next break, maybe you could tell me about Augusta Gone and what that's like, because I can see that we are rapidly approaching our next sprint. But just to say, yeah, no shade on you on playing computer games during breaks. When I'm not running a stream, I play Stardew Valley during my breaks. My adopted main character knows who she is, but she's afraid people won't accept her for who she is. Not only that, she knows she won't be. Oh God! Oh, my heart. Oh, yeah. I feel for your main character already. Augusta Gone's about drugs. Teenager uses drugs. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Some heavy themes there. I can see why you might want to break it up with The Sims. Okay. So we're gonna go back and set up this and do a little sprint. And I'll see you in 25 minutes. Hello and welcome back. I just got carried away, I guess. Give me a second. I'm turning off my music. Okay, right. Let's see what we got. Hello. How long is this stream going to be? Okay, I usually run for 2 hours, so that tends to be I'll finish up at 2, so I'm thinking one more stream. I certainly have one more sprint left in me. What about yourself? Done with my study notes, The Great Famine. Awesome, well done. Yeah, you've been burning through right there. Obviously, you can leave anytime you like. I'm gonna be here regardless. But if you just wanna like hang out and play some Sims, that is also cool. I know a lot of people who run these streams regularly end up doing self-care sprints during which they eat some food and take a bathroom break and you know just generally do something that is not writing, because otherwise you banjacks your back. And you're probably too young to have to worry about that, but you you never know. I don't know. I started off pretty early because I am unfortunate in the heavy chest department. Okay, so if anyone else is around in the chat and feels like saying hello, please do say hi to us. Let us know what you were doing in the last sprint. I got distracted a little bit because I suddenly remembered that it is Intersex Awareness Day. Happy Intersex Awareness Day, everybody. Intersex people are as common as redheads, but because it's very often completely invisible, not generally known about. And uh, intersex people very often subject to medical interventions that they don't want or happen before they get a chance to think about it, which can have lifelong consequences. If you don't know about this thing, maybe look it up. It's very interesting stuff. There are lots of really interesting stories. If you search the hashtag Intersex Awareness Day on Instagram, you'll get all sorts of really interesting information on it from the people who have experienced it themselves. It was a thing I suddenly remembered because the one of the other things that I do is that I run a shop. My shop sells pronoun pins and pride pins. You can see you can't see it very well. Oh, I'm wearing one right now. There's one with my pronouns on it. I'm really bad at accounting for the camera and the way it flips things. Yeah, but I sell all kinds of badges. And so I decided, because, Intersex Awareness Day, hey, yeah, I should do like a sale on my Intersex Pride badges because, that seems like a thing that should exist. And so I had to quickly hop over to Etsy and make my sale happen and then go back and start. I've decided to stick to reading this sprint. I think I've kind of got into a groove, so I'm going to stick to it. So I've been going over another paper that does a similar thing to me in terms of fixing a definition. Oh, Calante, what'd you say? I'm definitely going to stay as long as the stream is going on because I really need to finish my study notes for several topics today, and I just want to focus on other stuff tomorrow. Yeah, great. I'm gonna clock off at 2 because I only get a certain number of hours stream in a month before I have to start paying StreamYard, and I don't have any money to pay StreamYard. So I'm trying to keep it to 2 hours a day every Tuesday and Thursday, and that'll kind of keep me within limits. So you make the badges? yourself, what's your Etsy? Could you link it, please? Oh, of course I could. Yeah, I do make the badges myself. They are, if you look, they are wood circles, little slices, and the design on them is pyrographed, pyrography. It is I use a pyrography pen to burn the design in, and then I paint the colors. Yeah, I know. One more sprint. Yeah, yeah, it's sadness. But if you head over to Devon Cutting's playlist, I'm pretty sure that there is somebody else who is taking over at 2 o'clock. Just let me have a quick look at Devon Cutting here on the other one, and then I will fetch you the Etsy thing because I reckon I would like to be able to do the handover. So let me see, 26th is today. No, I do not want to start the stream. I want to see the full playlist. So what is happening? Okay. So there is somebody at there's somebody starting at 3. That appears to be the next one. But in the meantime, you can always watch any of the others back. There's someone called Tish Bouvier, who had a stream this morning that ran for an hour. So you could watch that back. Oh, cool. Oh, Shay with the hobbies stream in an hour and a half, so you can take a break. Yeah, that's sensible. But in case anybody else is looking, I will drop the link, and that is the link to Devon's playlist to a stream that is happening in an hour's time. That'll be the next one that runs. Time to get some lunch. Okay, and what was the other thing? Oh yeah, Etsy shop. Etsy shop. I'm using another name over there. I use many names, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, so you can have a look over there, and shiny badges. Yeah, 15% off today if you want an Intersex badge, but there are all kinds of other badges as well. And I do all kinds of languages and bilingual badges and all sorts of things. So worth a look. Worth a look, maybe. Anyway, Shay with the hobbies, are you going to be on the stream yourself? Are you going to be talking, Kalante? Because if so, I should definitely drop that. Oh, she looks interesting. I'll subscribe. To them. They look very cool. And see, do they have a stream? Do they have their stream ready? Oh, lovely. Yeah, that is today. So I will drop their thing as well in the comments. Yeah. Legit. Yeah. Yeah, I did that for a long time before I started streaming myself. I mainly started streaming myself because I don't know if you found this, but a lot of the streams, and in fact a lot of the streams that I liked were at 3 in the morning. That was not good for my sleep schedule. That was quite bad for my sleep schedule. It was very helpful when I was towards the end staying up all night, which was bad but necessary. Yeah, 2 or 3 more topics, yeah. Yeah, I know. It sounds like you've got a lot of work to do, but hey, um, we're here for you. Just in case anybody else who is looking is interested. This is Shay with the hobbies, and Kalante is over on that stream. I might even, once I'm gonna need to run some errands and eat some food. But after I do that, I might pop onto that stream for a little while because Shay looks very cool. It looks to be doing some interesting work, and I like having a stream to work to. I still have quite a few topics. Unfortunately, I just don't have the StreamYard time to be staying here for 3 hours like some do. Maybe one day. Buy enough badges. Buy enough badges, and I'll be able to stream all day. All right. So, with that said, I think it's probably time to do another sprint, and that'll be us for the day. But thank you so much for being so interactive and so interesting. Tell me all about your stuff. And let's see if pressing this will start the thing. Okay. I will see you in 25 minutes. And we're back. Sorry there. I had to shush up Dave Grohl singing in another tab. However, reluctantly. All right, there we go. All right, so we are back. Kalante says, "Thank you for the stream." And thank you very much for being here. You have been an excellent companion for the last few sprints. It's always so much easier when I got somebody to talk to here. Pretty much done with my study notes for that topic. I'm close to finishing. Awesome. I got my notes done on that one paper. So the next step is to go back to writing. Yeah. But this is good. Oh, Dharma's just turned up. Hey, Dharma, welcome. I was just joining you from Phoenix, Arizona. I was working on my website this morning. Well done on your website work. Unfortunately, got us just as we were about to finish here. But that's okay, because not only will I be back at the same time, noon at UTC +1 on Thursday, but if you scroll up a little bit, you will find a stream that first I linked a stream that is going to be starting in an hour's time, which was from Devin Cutting's playlist. And then Kalante mentioned that there is someone called Shay with all the hobbies. And no, Shay with the hobbies. And Shay is starting a stream at 3:30 that I don't think is on the Cutting playlist, or at least I couldn't see it immediately. Might have been updated, don't know. But there is that as well. So keep your eye on that playlist, and there will always be somebody along. If not immediately, then in a couple hours. Thanks so much for coming to the stream, saying hi, whether you were here for a long time or short time. It's really good to see you. If you enjoyed it, maybe I'm going to do the YouTuber thing now. Leave a little like and maybe a comment. And if you really liked it, maybe subscribe to the channel, because then you will see me every time I come up, which is going to be twice a week for the foreseeable. Got some people here saying hi to each other. Hey, Dharma. Hey, Kalante. No worries. Have a great day, everyone. Yeah, have a great day. I hope that you all have a lovely, productive day. For the rest of it, I am going to go off in search of maybe a sandwich and a drink, and then I might just pop into one of those streams that we were talking about. Maybe I'll join you, Kalante. All right. Till next time. Later days.